another video. And today we're gonna talk about me giving further insight on my video from Monday that I am pregnant again. Okay, so I have my mommy book here, and well, it's my planner, but in my planner I just jotted down the things that I wanted to discuss so that this video is organized and not all over the place. So let's get right into it. Yes, I am pregnant with baby number 2. And if you watched my video from Monday, you know what the gender is. If you didn't watch my video from Monday, I need you to stop this video and then go watch Monday's video, which is my gender reveal, and then come back so we can chit chat and talk about everything. And if you're watching this video right now and you're not subscribed and you don't have your notification bell on and you didn't like my video and you didn't watch my last videos or any of my other videos, I don't know what you're waiting on, because this is a cool place to be. I'm a cool person. I have cool things to give. So I would love if you guys join the lovely team and yeah, support me. Okay, so I'm gonna get started now. All right, so I know when I conceived, well, when Tuffy and I conceived, I know when I got pregnant. It was Valentine's Day weekend, February 15th. I know, okay? And it didn't take me, like, I think I found out I was pregnant about 3 weeks in. So here's how I found out. This is before Corona shut everything down. Okay, so everything was still open. I was still going to class. I'm currently a nursing student, so I was still going to classes and stuff. And then suddenly, like on my way home from classes, I passed a Taco Bell all the time. Excuse me, I'm gassy. I passed a Taco Bell all the time on my way home from classes, and all of a sudden, like, I couldn't pass the Taco Bell without going to get Taco Bell. So I started wanting to eat Taco Bell every time I had class. Like, when I tell y'all, like, I would try my best to drive past that Taco Bell because it's Taco Bell. Now, I'm not saying Taco Bell is bad, but it's not like Wendy's or Chick-fil-A. It's Taco Bell. So, like, why am I... Anyways, at the time, I thought I was just having a moment. I thought I just wanted to eat Taco Bell. No. Once it came on, like, the 6th day of Taco Bell with the same order, let me tell you my order. So, I would have 2 soft tacos, a shredded chicken quesadilla with 12 Cinemelts, and a large, a large Baja Blast. And this was the same thing with Diablo sauce. And this was the same thing for, like, a week or 2 straight. And then it was about, like, the 5th day that I was having it, and I bit into my Cinemelt. And I was like, this tastes like heaven. Like, this tastes like everything. And the last time I felt like that was when I was pregnant with Amir. Last time I felt that way about food was when I was pregnant with Amir, which is my first son. But I was like, girl, no. No. That can't be it. It's okay. You just hungry, you know? You stressed, you in classes, whatever, blah, blah. Guys, then about 3 to 4 days after that, my period was late. So I'm like, okay. It was like 2 days late though. So I was like, I'm going to wait. Or was it? I'm probably off a little bit, but it was late. It wasn't here. And she didn't show up. She didn't come to the club. She didn't come to the party. So she was late. So I'm like, all right, that's off. But you know, like, well, you don't know unless you've been pregnant before or you have pregnancy scares or whatever. But you know, you're just trying to, like, brush it off. Like, girl, you tripping, you know, whatever. Then, guys, this was the deal breaker. This right here was the deal breaker. How did I first see it? So, when I used to breastfeed Amir, when he was hungry or, like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like a senses thing. Like, this boob would start leaking, okay? Not drastically, but it would start leaking. My boob started leaking. And I'm like, I have not breastfed Amir, my son. He's now almost 1.5. I'm like, I have not breastfed this little boy in over a year, okay? Why is my boob leaking? Why are you leaking? If I'm not feeding nobody, why are you leaking? So instantly, and when this might be TMI, but like, guys, literally, like when I squeezed my boob, colostrum because it's not milk yet. So colostrum was coming out. And I literally, I was not with my husband at the time. So I took a picture, all right? Took a picture of what was coming out my boob. And I sent it to him. And I'm like, so, there's no way this is happening just like that. I'm just not I'm not just producing milk out of nowhere. Like, that's not. So this was now the week that we were getting ready to move into our new apartment, right? Yay, new apartment, new home, okay. Great things happening. So we're getting ready to move. So I drove to where we live now, which is out of state. It's not too far, but it's out of state. Drove to where we live now, and we needed to get some things for the house. This is like March 6th or 7th or something like that, right? So we drove to Walmart. We're going to Walmart, and I'm like, when we go to Walmart, I'm getting a pregnancy test. I'm not going to stay in the unknown area and panic because I know myself. I'm not going to wait a whole other week to see if my period comes. I'm leaking milk, okay? So we go to Walmart, pick up the test, but then we stop at this place that I like called Wings and Pies, and they have great wings, but guys, those wings came to my table and I started eating those wings and I started crying. Like real bawling, tears. I don't know what happened, but I was crying. And that's when I was like, we both sat at the table and was like, yeah, let's start talking. Like, let's start talking about this because 9 times out of 10, you're pregnant. So we get back to our house. I immediately go to the bathroom. Ain't no waiting. I don't want to unpack no bags. No, I'm going to the bathroom. I make sure I held my pee. And I go to the bathroom. I pee in a cup. I'm detailed. I pee in a cup so that I don't have to wait to pee again to take another one because the suspense is killing me. And I pretty much did both. Sorry, I'm listening to outside the room. I did both, and they were both positive. So I bring it to him, and I'm like, they're positive. Like, and then I just kind of like start crying. And I don't think I was crying because I was angry, just crying because I was shocked. So we had a discussion. He comforted me. We chit-chatted. That's our personal business, our personal conversation. But then I'm like, I got to go back home, honey. I know I'm 23, okay? But I was like, I got to go back home. I need my grandma. I need my mom. I need them. I can't sit here in this house. I'm having another baby. I got to go home. So the next morning, I woke up, drove home, and I came to my grandmother's house. And when I say home, I mean my grandma's house. I drove to my grandma's house. I followed, guys, when I got here, it was like a 10-year-old, like, that did something wrong and wanted to say they did something wrong, but was scared. So I'm following my grandmother around the house. And it's not because I thought I did something wrong, but I was just like, am I really about to open my mouth and express that I'm having another baby? And that's not a problem because, listen, like, I have my college degree, and even if you don't have a college degree, I'm just saying, I'm in a good space. I have my bachelor's. I am fully educated. There's nothing I'm missing out on. You know, my husband, he's secured. We're secured. We're fine. There's no situation where it's like I'm too young or I'm unstable. But it's just, it never gets old. Like, telling your mom, telling your grandma, telling whoever, it never gets old. I didn't feel like I was going to get in trouble, but I was just so anxious. Like, I was so anxious. But I just, like, the way I told her, I was like, Grandma, my boobs are leaking milk. I was like, Grandma, my boobs are leaking milk. So, yeah. And she's like, oh, and I didn't want to say the whole curse, but she's like, oh, okay. And she's like, did you take a test? And I was like, I took 2 with Tuffy. But then she sent me to Rite Aid. And she was like, go get more tests. Not that she didn't believe it, but she was like, let's take more. So that was 2 more tests that I took. So now that's a total of 4 tests. So they all came back positive. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm pregnant. Told my mom, told my dad, and then I set up my doctor's appointment. Turns out my doctor's appointment, my first sonogram and everything, ended up being on my birthday. And now Corona is in effect, okay? Corona, she's popped out. She's knocking bodies. You got it? Sorry, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that name. Oops. But yeah, we're like restaurants by my birthday. My birthday is on March 16th. restaurants weren't necessarily, like, they were gonna close the next day. Bars, restaurants, all of that. So we were not completely shut down yet. But I had to go on my birthday with my mask. I had a jar of Clorox in my bag. I had gloves. I had everything. Lysol spray, hand sanitizer. Now, I usually carry things like hand sanitizer and stuff like that, but I was loaded, okay? I go to the doctor by myself because I couldn't bring anybody with me. So I go by myself. I have my sonogram on my birthday. So I'm like, this baby's real bold, you know? I didn't feel the way about it. It was very beautiful. It was like me, like, going into a new year of my life, you know? Like, ooh, okay. Like, this is exciting. Like, you're dramatic. Hence why I thought maybe it's a girl, because girls like to do that, you know? Pop out, full out. But yeah, so far I've been to all of my appointments by myself. I've only had 2 in-person appointments, but they've all been sonograms, and I've been by myself, so that's a little hard. And yeah, so that's the story to how I found out I was pregnant, and kind of like a little bit of how I told my grandma and the immediate people in my family how I felt. This pregnancy this time around is very different. Hence why I thought, you know, I was having a girl. Now, if you watched my other video, you could see whether I'm right or wrong. I mean, I kind of can tell now, but you're not supposed to be watching this if you don't watch the other video. But, yeah, I was nauseous. I have never thrown up. Same as a mare. I didn't throw up with a mare, but with a mare, I did not feel anything. Like, I didn't feel not a thing. I just was hopping all over the place and eating, and then I'd sleep sometimes. This baby, I'm nauseous. I do not like meat unless I'm specifically craving it. I have an attitude. I'm not the nicest person. My body just feels so fatigued. So I definitely feel pregnant this time around. I'm growing much faster. I'll insert a picture of how my stomach looks. Right now, I just have to look if I'm on track, you know, with what I want to talk about. I'm currently 14 weeks and 4 days. So I'll be 15 weeks on Saturday. I turn a new week every Saturday. So I do intend to keep you guys updated on my pregnancy quarantine style. But yeah, past 14 weeks have been very different for me. I actually have another story time that I'm going to do of something that I experienced pregnant. But I wanted that to be a separate thing. So it'll be a separate thing. But yeah, your girl is 14 weeks and 4 days. I had my gender reveal on Monday. I am very happy. I feel very blessed. Of course, I'm a little nervous because that's 2 babies and a mare, which is nothing that I can't do. But honey, trust and believe, I was like, wait. Like, because this was not planned, you know. Thank God we're in a position where we can support 2 children. But it was not planned for right now. We definitely wanted more kids. It just wasn't planned for right now. But God knows, and God has perfect timing for everything. I'm sorry, my lighting started going out of whack. But yeah, we're back. So I was saying, God has a perfect timing for everything, so I never questioned anything. I've always been happy. I've always been, of course, just thinking about how my life is going to change and stuff like that, because it will be a big difference. By the time this baby comes, Mare will be a few weeks before turning 2. So yeah, for like about a month, I'll have 2 under 2. But they're a year and 11 months apart. So basically 2 years apart. So those things were things that I thought about. I'm excited because I didn't want to have my kids too far apart. I just didn't know that was actually going to happen. So, of course, I'm kind of like, whoa, wow. I always do that to myself. I always shock myself. But it's okay. But yeah, guys, I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. I'm fine with having 2 babies that are close in age. They're going to be so close. I'm excited to see Amir be a big brother. And I'm excited to see my family grow. And I love being a mom. So there's nothing to it. I love being a mom. That's one of my favorite jobs, is to be a mommy. I keep saying I gotta cut that out. Yeah. So that's a little insight on my pregnancy, when I got pregnant, how far along I am, how I told people, how I found out, what cravings I had, how I've been feeling, because I definitely feel like my skin, I know this phone is doing something for my skin, y'all. If you know, if you were up close, you'd be like, whoa, Tamia, what's going on with your skin? And maybe I'll document that too, because I'm trying to get it under wraps, because I'm trying to embrace the process, embrace the journey, but it's hard because my skin is going through it. It's like, it's, I'm sorry. It's like I have a, like, it's like a rash, but it's definitely a breakout. Something else, but this baby's giving it to me. I'll say that much. But yeah, I think that's everything for now. You guys got a life update. You guys know that I've moved. Right now I'm in Brooklyn because I did my gender reveal in Brooklyn. But you guys know that I've moved. You guys know that we're expecting a new baby. You guys know everything. So I hope you love this little story time. And I will be back soon with another video. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And in the comments below, let me know if you guys want a Q&A where you guys ask me specific questions, or if there's anything that you want, any content you want from me, because I really sit here and I try to brainstorm and I struggle sometimes. So just feel free to comment down below any opinions, any advice, anything you want from me. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those who watched my video on Monday. Thank you for all of your support, all of your words of encouragement and kindness. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Mwah.